Hello there. Nice to see a new face. My name is Eleanor Roosevelt, and it's a pleasure to meet you. I have a little time to talk. After all, I'm heading on a trip around America to speak with important people, and the average citizens as well. I'll start with the beginning of my life. I was born Anna Eleanor Roosevelt on October 11th, 1884 in Grand, New York City. As a child, I was devastated that I did not have the beauty of my mother. She was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. Even though we were well off, that could not help me make my appearance wise. My mother died when I was just 8, and my wonderful father died 2 years after her. I was then put in the care of my grandmother, where I got an excellent education. Being an orphan was difficult, even though I always tried to look at the bright side of things. I married my 5th cousin, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, on March 17, 1905. Since my parents died when I was just a child, my uncle, former President Theodore Roosevelt, walked me down the aisle. A nice thing I liked about marrying Franklin is that I did not have to change my maiden name, since I already was a Roosevelt family member. We had 6 children, although one of our sons died when he was just a year old. I'm more than pleased that my daughter and 5 sons are happy and healthy. As First Lady, I helped Franklin as much as I could since he contracted polio. However, I spent time sharing my opinions about ideas that could not only help America, but the entire world as well. I volunteered at soup kitchens and spoke to people who were struggling during the Great Depression. I wanted to be able to feel how they were in their very shoes. I decided to forget all about the fancy, elaborate dinner parties at the White House, and I changed the menu to all American classics. When the King and Queen of England paid a visit, I served hot dogs. They certainly were surprised. Even though Franklin died in 1945, I continue working hard to fight for human rights and being involved in politics. I travel around the world every now and then to promote my ideas that could help change the world in a positive way. After all, I'd like to say, if I feel depressed, I go to work. One of my favorite types of work is writing. I have written many books, and during the Great Depression, I wrote a column called My Day, which appeared in hundreds of newspapers. Oh, it's time for me to go now. Thank you so much for coming over. You can come on over anytime you would like. Goodbye for now.